everybody's talking about anime. Guess it's important to hear what they say. Argue over what throughout night and day. Now that you listen to the Rant Cafe.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Animac here from the YouTube and Twitch channel Anime Uproar, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast. This episode is going to be focusing on Isekai. We're going to be talking about an Isekai tier list, listing where we think Isekai fall on a tier list together. And after that, we're going to be revealing the very first chapter of our own Rant Cafe Isekai novel, also known as That Time I Got Isekai'd to Another World with My Truck. Joining me today, along with Knox and Briggs, we got Core.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Core is known as an anime YouTuber and a Class A editor who helps a lot of us anime YouTubers survive. Thank you, Core. We love you.
Core is my lifeline.
We also got Eden, also known as Korewa Eden, who is also an editor and an YouTuber. Hello, Core. I mean, hello, Eden. Hello, Korewa Eden.
Korewa Eden.
All right, henceforth, you shall be known as Core 1 and Core 2, and you will both be linked in the description of the YouTube video. Everyone check them out. Eden's
Definitely.
a great memer, and Core does super awesome analysis. Even though their content is very different, they're somehow awesome friends. I don't know how it works, but that's how...
Yeah,
A
lot of arguments.
Well, how are you and Animac friends? Oh, wait, never mind. You guys actually hate each other IRL.
Well, it's true. So basically, Eden is an edgelord, kind of like Nux, and I'm an intellectual, kind of like Core. So it's like,
What?
you know, it's the same dynamic.
Wow.
And I
This is a
stand
great
above
game.
you all in
It's
the
funny
fucking
because
Chad.
being that Core and Eden both edit, or have edited at least, both of our videos at different points, I think they just both feel very insulted right now.
I'll take
That's how much they hate us.
when
They
it's
don't want to be
possible.
compared to us.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll take any compliment, even if it feels like an insult.
True.
'Cause we're
All right,
big fans.
Isekai. It's pretty cool.
All right, Isekai. So for those
Or
of you that
as-
did not know, the anime man, as well as Giguk, who does not pronounce his name that way, collabed on a video talking about the greatest Isekai anime, made this whole tier list, and was like, other people should also totally do this tier list. So guess what? We're the other people, and we're totally doing the tier list. We disagree with almost everything they've said, and that is why we will create our own ultimate Isekai tier list, talking about anime, where the main character is trapped in another world.
Correction, Nux. We're the
Everyone
other
else is
guys.
trapped in
We're
another
the
world.
other guys.
We're the other guys. All right, fellow other guys, let's begin.
Let me just say this before we begin. Captain over in the chat said, will you rank Greed Island? And now that I've finally finished the Greed Island arc of Hunter x Hunter, I would rank it S tier, 100%, one of the best isekais ever. Love it. Love how intricate it is. Love everything about it. The nen, the complexity. Brilliant. A brilliant isekai.
Okay, I already
A
don't know what
brilliant
the
isekai.
first like
The
tile
first
here is.
Isekai anime is in fact Ari Fureta. I would rank it a Boruto tier.
Now,
So,
I know we have that lower tier for a reason, but I think Gari Fureta is it's coming close to modern classic tier. It's so impressively terrible that it really is, you know, something that will stand the test of time as something really, really bad.
So you're saying it really will be a classic? We'll remember it forever.
Reverse classic, bro.
Perhaps not for reasons intended.
So Ari Fureta is an isekai that even Anime Recon hates.
What?
Yeah, so an Anime Recon
Move it up! Put it in the
It-
C tier!
is an Anime Recon. So I would put this in a B for Boruto tier as well.
Well, based
right,
on all
Boruto
of your placements, I'm happy I haven't seen this, and I don't have any plans to. Boruto tier it is.
Hell yeah. All right, moving on then. Boy and the Beast.
Now, I've actually seen this movie. I thought it had a great start. I was really into it, but the ending was kind of shit. It looked like shit, left me feeling not fulfilled in a way. I'd give it a C. Maybe a B on a good day.
You gonna elaborate on that at all?
Not really.
I've also seen the movie. It's Mamoru Hosoda, so I mean he's done Summer Wars and Wolf Children.
Oh,
He's a really good
yes.
director.
Yes, love
Um,
those.
So it has a lot of heart, which is why I like it. Like it has a lot of personality, and all the characters are really likable. But the story itself is a little muddled. It's kind of convoluted. So even though I enjoy it a lot on a personal level, I can see how it can lose people, especially around the like middle point towards the end. So I put it in, like low B, high C.
That's like the first time I've ever heard Core say anything bad about Yuasa.
This isn't a Yuasa, it's Hosoda. Hosoda.
This is the first time I've ever heard Core say anything bad about Hosura.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think you should drop it in C because I have not seen it.
Hosura desu, iden no baka.
Okay. Well, you just made an enemy, of course. Moving on.
Wait, hold on. I didn't even say anything.
Have you seen it?
First of all, I think it's kind of unfair to do movies because movies and series, it's a completely different ball game. But I would agree with B ranking here.
B ranking.
All right, it's staying in C.
Well, if I'm the only one saying B, then yes. But if there's more people saying B, then it's.
I said like between B and C. Either's fine.
Well, that's very awesome because I haven't seen it, but I'm leaning towards C.
Well, I said C.
I don't know. I'm on Team Brigo here.
Well,
and if the only reason why Core likes it is because it's directed by a guy he likes, that
Yeah.
Core,
Well,
what did you rate it? What did you give it?
I think I gave it like a
No, a B or a C.
If I had to say, looking at the amount of tiers we have, I'd put it in B personally.
All right.
Well, I'm
I'll
okay
go
with either.
C.
Okay, you said C. Okay, then so it's staying in C, and compared to what we add to C later on, we may move it up. But for now, we'll leave it in C.
That's good. That's good.
All right, I like this plan. Next, we have the devil is a part-timer.
Yes.
And I would like to elaborate one thing though. This is an isekai tier list, so there are no S rank isekai aside from Digimon, obviously, which is why it's not on this list. Of course, it's too good. So it would break the whole bracket. So the idea is, if it's an S tier isekai, it'll go in S tier, even though it doesn't necessarily compare to like S tier actual anime.
Greed Island to me is better than Digimon.
Well, I don't know why you even
first of all-
bother to explain that, Nux. Why would you even explain that? Because I would give the Devil's a Part-Timer an S tier, regardless of whether it's in the Isekai tier list or a normal tier list. It's in my top 10 favorite anime of all time.
I'm aware.
Yeah, I would
I
give.
was just saying it because.
Yeah, of course, you gotta explain that for like the rest of the video. Like some of these that end up in S tier
No,
wouldn't be
I'm
S
explaining it for
tiers.
this one also. I'm explaining for this one also because while I do love Devil's a Part-Timer, as far as an overall tier list, I would give it either a B or an A. But because it's an isekai tier list, I would definitely give it an A. Thought it was a ton of fun.
So between A or S right now, I said S, and the reason why I say S, one, I like the premise. Obviously, comedy subjective. I eat it up. I think it's one of the few anime that actually makes me laugh consistently. I love the dynamic between all the characters and the like the funny dynamic and like relationship between Amelia. Is that her name? Fuck, and Mao.
Emi Yusa, bro.
And is it Emmy? Fuck.
Emi
Don't they
Yusa.
say Hero Amelia? I swear they do.
Right, maybe.
But anyway, and I just love this, like the way the like our world changes these demons. Like when Lucifer joins the world, and it's like, this world's amazing. Why would I go home? They have no games there.
I'm a huge fan of Devil's a Part-Timer, which is why I'm saying A tier. I feel like all the characters are amazing, not just the devil and Emmy, but even Arusieru. That guy's hilarious. He stays at home cooking because he can't get a job because he sucks at everything. Meanwhile, he's a demon general. Like,
Yeah, no, I think for an excuse me, for an isekai, I think an S could happen here. Probably an A overall, but an S for isekai.
So we got 2 S's, 1 A.
or two.
Tragically, I have still yet to watch this one. So
Nani? Why? Why?
I cannot
Drop
cannot
that
speak.
Moe shit that you're on and pick this up.
Bruh. Why you gotta do me like that?
You just got Moed, and then he just got Broad, so it was a good one.
All right.
Well,
what about
I dropped
core
this
number
show.
1?
I didn't really like it that much. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa!
I think it's really unique as a premise. Just a lot of the jokes didn't hit me. Like, I really enjoy the premise. You know, it's kind of weird because it's like a deconstruction of the genre before the genre was like even a thing. So like it kind of aged like fine wine and has kind of gotten better over time. But overall, I don't know. I didn't really like it. The action was like, when it did happen. The comedy never really struck me.
I'm dying inside.
I'm walking on thin ice here. I might get kicked out of the call in a few minutes. But personally, never struck a chord, and I dropped it after like 3 episodes when I did watch it.
So where would you rank it?
Probably like C or Boruto, to be honest.
All right, so
What?
since we got 2 S's, a C, and an A, I'll drop it down to A. Is that fair?
Fair.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say I'm definitely a little bit biased because I've read all the light novels and a couple times. So
Fair.
That's okay.
going
This is
just
your
off the 12
opinion.
Alright.
episodes, it's kind of like I could see it would be hard for me to give it an S, but like I fell so in love that I started reading the source material.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. If it actually got a season 2, it was going really well. The character development and the dynamics between the characters was amazing, and then they just kind of cut it off. So that is a big negative.
Dum, dum, dum. Well, the next one is a legendary anime, an anime that will be echoed for, for eternity. It is, I don't know, MILF Mom Isekai with my
MILF
2-hit
Isekai,
attack
brother.
thingamahoosit.
It's
Yeah,
the
that's
very
correct
sad.
name is MILF Isekai. That and that alone.
Yeah, nothing
Aye.
special about this one except the comedy related to Mom. It doesn't, it kind of gets old, but
Does that imply that you liked the comedy related to Mom, or
I did. Yeah. I mean, I'd give it a B. I'd give it a B because it is hilarious.
What?
what? What?
I'm thinking a straight
hyperventilating
Boruto
right now.
right now. I thought
I was looking at,
pretty
I was eyeing
boring.
that Boruto tier hard, bruh.
I was thinking modern classic. That was absolute trash. like, but the concept's so funny that it's like, I'll always remember MILF Isekai and I'll continue to make jokes about it.
For reference, when I was hanging out, it was me and my friend Jack his boy. We were at an anime con and we were watching some anime together. We finished the entire first episode of Isekai Cheat Magician. We could not make it through the whole episode of MILF Isekai.
I watched multiple episodes of Isekai Cheat Magician and that shit was trash too. That was like
Yeah.
C to Boruto tier. So like, where does this end up? like,
Let me just say that Jormundur just gave us some magical crystals. Thanks a lot. And yes, I pronounced your Nordic name properly. You're welcome.
Well, very exciting.
the only thing this one brought to the table was memes within the anime community.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so my standards for this are not like great anime. It's like when it's a
Chat,
clear
Rising of the MILF Hero.
when it's a clear meme comedy, then it's a different barometer that I use.
But it was just cringy and it didn't make me laugh. Like,
It
I
wasn't
didn't laugh.
cringy. It wasn't cringy, man, and it did make
Bro,
me laugh.
you've been
Well,
too
just
desensitized.
because
I couldn't
you
even
have-
watch it, honestly.
Alright,
You like MILFs too much. It's not fair. Your MILFs are clouding your judgment, Animac. Think about it this way: if a place further than the universe would all be MILFs instead of high school girls, would you watch it?
Bro, he would have loved it. Tell him.
Bro, that would have been amazing.
Instead of them
Bad out
trying
of
to
bed.
find them, it's like a bunch of moms going through their midlife crisis.
Needs to adapt a MILF further than the universe. It'll
That
be
would have
great.
been like the Stardust Crusaders of female anime.
Okay, so could we please put this in the Boruto tier next to Arifureta?
well, let's take the polls. Animax
I
said B. Nux said Boruto. I said modern classic.
I said
Core
Boruto.
1, Core 2.
Let's just go with Boruto. Yeah, I've totally seen this anime. Yeah, let's just.
Okay, so if
All
you
right,
haven't seen it,
so we got 3
if you haven't seen it,
Borutos,
then go
one
with
modern
me, not with
classic,
don't be a
and a
coward.
B. All right, Animac, put it in the Boruto tier.
What about other core? Come on.
Other core said Boruto.
Oh, No, but the one that actually like watched it.
This is getting confusing even for me.
And one of you guys changed your pictures, and I don't know which one's actually core one. Like you guys had different pictures before the stream started, and I knew who was who.
Eden is the girl moe picture, and Core is
The girl moe.
Okay.
himself.
So
Yeah, it's totally
Eden's
not
vote.
Konata, like the most iconic anime character of like.
That was
past
sad
20 years.
even for a moe hater like you.
So Eden's vote barely counts, right? Because he hasn't
Right.
seen it. Core, did you vote?
I said Boruto.
So 2 Borutos, 1 modern classic, and a B. And Eden also said Boruto. So I say we put it in Boruto.
You can put it in.
I have
Boruto.
never cheered so hard for Boruto in my life.
You are cowards, and Kakyoin would be ashamed.
Kakyoin would be ashamed, Animac, but unfortunately your spirit animal died.
What do you mean? How could he die when Emerald's green never misses?
Emerald Splash, Animac, you claim to be a meme connoisseur. Disgusting.
What is this Stan's name, though?
Hierophant Green!
Okay, so he mixed up the 2. All right,
No,
Drifters,
I didn't. I
Drifters.
created a new attack that never misses. For real.
Please! Oh my god. Anyway, please, can we please vote for Drifters?
Pancake
Drifters, guys.
Pancake just donated $5 to say Animac was thinking with the wrong head.
I will continue if you keep giving money.
Fun fact, I fixed our donation system last night. I was on a binge trying to fix my stuff.
Nice.
So I figured might as well fix this too. Drifters!
Have not seen it.
I have not
I've
seen
seen it.
Drifters yet either.
You haven't seen Drifters, Animac?
No, I know you've told me to see it.
It's
but
amazing.
I haven't yet.
And I think
I
you
like
of
the
all
black.
people would appreciate it a lot.
Oh, I hate that. I hate when they say
Yeah,
you of all
man.
people. That means I have to watch it. Ah.
It's not as niche as Gun X Sword, but you know. Listen,
Whoa.
I think that I would happily put Drifters in A tier and give it an asterisk because it has the best anime version of Oda Nobunaga. Makes bomb out of poop, okay? That is a mad lad.
I'd say it's definitely an A.
Drifters is definitely an anime. I like the drifting, and the fact that it's an isekai. And,
I do know what it's about, and it does sound interesting, but I never ended up watching it. And yeah, if you guys say A, I will concede.
All right, A it is, because the only people that saw it are giving it an A. Hurrah!
Alright, what is this next anime here? I actually have no clue.
What is that?
I think that's okay. So I haven't seen it, but I believe that show is Fushigi Yugi.
I think you're right.
Well, on
Those
that note,
eyes just scream like early 2000s, and it hurts.
I could just like slowly slide that to the end of the list and we could just forget that it even existed.
All right, I'm down for
That
that.
sounds like a great plan.
Like most
I
anime
opposed.
from the early 2000s. Anyway.
Wow.
Okay, there's a lot
Anyway,
of great
next is
anime.
Gate. I am so excited to talk about Gate. Yes.
I actually haven't seen much from the early 2000s. Like all the anime I've watched is like late 90s and like late 2000s. I'm like why did all the good anime start in like 2005 and 2006? Like I have literally seen like almost nothing from the early 2000s.
They didn't, bro.
Wow, Animac.
Name an
Very
anime.
cool.
Name an anime. No kidding.
Yes, let me whip
man.
out my calendar.
Well, Legend of the Galactic Heroes is pretty
That's the 80s.
early 2000s.
Toradora was early 2000s. Fooly Cooley. Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, it wasn't. Monster was early 2000s.
Oh.
though.
That's
Toradora
good.
came out in 2009.
Yeah, a
Was
lot of the anime you guys
Yeah,
are saying, I don't
Maybe
think
I'm
are early.
thinking of the manga then.
All right, the next
No,
anime is
must
Gate,
be
right? Isekai.
Actually, the manga
Isekai.
came
Next
out
anime
after
is
the
Gate.
anime. Yeah,
I'm happy to talk about
Toradora.
Gate because
Fine light
I
novel
remember
series, you.
a lot of people were praising Gate, including Anime Man Dude and Gigook. But I have to say, I thought Gate was pretty bad. I'm gonna happily vote C or B. C tier. I vote C tier. Gate was not great. It had way too many cut screens, changing character perspectives. There was only one good character in Gate, and that was obviously the 900-year-old psycho lolly Rory Mercury. Bless her soul. And every other character was garbage, including the main character. So
Hajime no
voting
Ippo
C.
came out in the year 2000. Wow, I did not know that.
Briggs, back on program.
I said retract everything I said because that was an amazing anime. Also, Gate was pretty bad. I dropped it after like 4 or 5 episodes.
Thank you,
I
Briggs.
also dropped it after a similar.
Oh,
number
you men of
episodes.
culture! Thank you for not giving in to these plebeians.
I'd give it a Boruto probably myself.
I honestly haven't seen Gate, nor do I have an interest in seeing it.
It's bad.
I'm struggling here because compared to MILF Isekai, it's honestly great. But compared to
Why are you so wrong? Okay, why are you so wrong?
compared to Boy and the Beast or whatever that movie was called, I feel like it's a notch below. So I don't know if it's like a C- or a Boruto plus. I'll say C for now.
All right, I'm with C. I'm Team C here.
Team C.
First season, and I believe most of the second season of Gate, but I did not like it. And I watched it at 4 times speed. Anyway, moving on.
The greatest sin.
Dude, watching those split screens at 4 times speed, oh man. All right, so next we have Grimgar of Ash or something. Now, I have to say, a lot of people were praising Grimgar, but it was essentially an AMV per episode. The last episode was garbage. It was stupidly slow, and I really didn't like it. So I'm gonna Grimgar Fantasy and Ash. That's what it's called, and I'm gonna give it a C or Boruto. I think C because it wasn't as painful as MILF Isekai or Arifureta.
Okay, I disagree.
I'm gonna go for C.
I disagree with your connotations about the MILF Isekai.
And I disagree with his take on Grimgar. I think it's better than most people. I feel like it got a lot of hate. It got a lot of love, really, Nux?
I feel like it got a lot of love. I only heard people saying that it was good.
Well, I'm a person who enjoys AMVs. I also feel like it felt very real. It almost had a Goblin Slayer-esque vibe to it, although it came out before Goblin Slayer.
Because Goblin Slayer is very real.
And good.
I just meant like it felt realistic, as if like as much as an isekai world can be, you know?
You mean like cruel and like
Exactly.
dark?
I don't know. I have a lot of garbage I would like to say about Grimgar, but
when they got
unfortunately,
injured,
you don't want
or
to hear
when
an
they-
hour of Grimgar hate.
Yeah. When they got injured, or when they injured like small goblins and stuff, the pain felt real and everything like that. Like there was
the
suffering.
first goblin they killed was like in episode 6 or something. Until then,
I don't think it was episode 6, first of all, but also it took
It
a
might have been
long
4.
time for them to kill one goblin. Honestly, I think if us 5, okay, maybe other than me, if us 4 got thrown into a room, if you 4 got thrown into a room with a goblin, it would look very similar to that, if not worse. And I enjoyed that aspect of it. Like those guys
but
had
why
no
isn't
idea.
okay, I don't want to complain about the aspect of Grimgar, okay? But every single character was a dumbass, except for the one that died halfway through the show by getting shot in the butt. Literally.
And I'm not saying this is A or S tier. It isn't like by.
Let me
I'm gonna give it a
finish
B.
my complaining for a moment.
Complain away.
After getting shot in the butt, they were like, "Dude, are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's fine." And they continue to jog for like 2 hours. They're all like tired and stuff. And right at the end of the jogging, he just dies. Okay, it's like, dude, why didn't you tell his head? He's just dead. You can't answer that question.
Well, that guy was an absolute moron, though. Hey, guys,
Stupid. The big guy with the
reality
freaking
check. A
sword.
lot of people are dumb in this world. All right.
Yeah,
A
especially
lot of
every
people are
single
dumb.
character in the
Full
cast.
stop.
All right, can we just move on? I don't give a crap.
I'm
about
giving it a B. Nux gave it a
Imagine an
C.
isekai, but you got dumbasses for the cast. Hell yeah.
Konosuba. Let's talk about Konosuba.
Wait. We have to give this a rank. What did you guys say? I said B. Nux said C, right?
What's the
Boruto
rank for?
tier is
I don't
painful.
care.
I'm gonna go with Animac on
That's
this one.
word.
So they both don't care. Can someone just help us decide? Someone just say B or C.
This is so professional.
I'm gonna go with the man that pays me. I'm gonna say C.
Ah, man that pays you.
Can't argue with that logic.
Nux, why do you like get up from your chair? We can all hear that you moved away so that you can scream.
Dude, I am extremely excited. Okay, I love this community that comes together to realize that the only reason why he's helping me out here is because I pay him, and I appreciate it. All right, moving on. We have Dot Hack, which I think was a hack of an isekai.
The first SAO.
So, probably doesn't shock anyone. I thought it was garbage. Yeah, and I watched it too.
But do you think that it deserves some credit for being a pioneer?
I'm not into this whole credit thing. Oh, it's a pioneer. It deserves. No. Did it suck? Yes. So I would give it a C tier. It wasn't painful, so I wouldn't give it Boruto tier.
I haven't seen it,
but I would.
I heard some tracks from the soundtrack that were pretty cool.
Okay. Why are you like this? I don't understand these people. Dude, do you realize that the first 6 episodes of the anime, there's this ball floating in the air that's defeating people. Anyone that walks up to this ball gets defeated by the ball, and they're like, oh my god, this ball is so powerful. So then they have all these like meetings about this floating ball. Yeah. Literally the most interesting character design of all time. It doesn't.
What does it mean to get defeated by a ball? Like that just leaves so much imagination. Like
I know. It's like this existentialist malaise, and then eventually the ball became the protagonist of the slime isekai.
No, we can't. I will not stand for this. It's garbage, and if none of you saw it, then just put it where it deserves. It was so bad. I've seen a lot of the dot hack, like C tier. Boruto is for painful. This was just boring AF.
I watched a handful of episodes. I'll say C tier as well.
All right, I'll go with you guys with C, but I don't really
Tag Team
feel
Brigo.
strongly.
Good.
It's like
the C tier.
The animation is definitely outdated.
Yes, that it is. Next is how to not summon a demon lord or something.
I actually thoroughly enjoyed this anime. I'm gonna give it a B.
No, I believe this is one that Recon did like.
I can see why.
Yes.
You know, overall, I had fun with it. I would probably put it in C tier, because it's like I liked it when it was going for like the humor and the ecchi comedy and stuff. But then in like the last arc, they just try and do like a regular serious villain, and
I was thinking
it doesn't work at all. Like he's not a good antagonist. He's really boring. And I was like, can we get back to the like, fun stuff?
Well, they needed to end the anime. Like if it's a 12-episode story, I feel like they had to do something to end it off. They hyped up. Obviously, it was in a comedic way, but they hyped up the Demon Lord and they hyped up this world quite a bit.
Imagine if in Keijo, at the end, the final villain is actual Gilgamesh.
That would be pretty impressive. Thanks, Animac.
I love how we all finished this anime.
That's what I'm here for. I didn't watch this one either. Most of these seasonal isekai I didn't watch, so I'm just here for like the witty interjections.
Thanks. We love to have you. Anyway, how to not summon a demon lord. I liked the idea, but nothing else. I liked how they accidentally summoned this demon lord and become his like servants because they suck. And I thought that was funny. Anything past minute 3, I thought was pretty bad.
Well, that's a good review.
Like, I'm not talking past episode 3. Everything past minute 3 was pretty bad.
You should make an anime channel called Core Anime Reviews, and then you should like talk about this stuff.
And then there's one guy in the chat's like, I love getting one hit by an Ava in Apex, and yours does 7 damage.
Yeah.
True Mad Lads understand.
That would be cool.
Anyway,
if somebody made a YouTube channel. Like, I don't know. You guys want to start a YouTube channel?
Bro,
it'd be a good idea.
Interesting.
Pokemon is streaming.
All right, back. Isekai. I give it a B. You gave it a Boruto or C. Nux. Eden, I think, gave it a. Core gave it a C.
Yeah.
Cool. Animac doesn't care. Eden, what did you give it?
I'm gonna go with Animac on this one. I don't care.
All right.
That doesn't help at all.
C it is. C it is.
2 votes for C, 1 for B. Plop it in C. Let's keep going.
Sounds good.
Can we please get to the real MVP, which is the phone isekai?
That is up there.
Toya smartphone.
Guys.
Solid Boruto right there.
I finished this
I have to
anime.
say-
I finished this anime. I
How?
don't know how. I don't know why. It was actually
one thing I
painful.
absolutely.
The characters are so bad. The concept is so bad. There was no tension whatsoever, and I fucking finished it because I'm a man of culture. And I'm putting Boruto here.
I have to say,
I guess I have to give
Toya's-
you some respect for the willpower to make it through that.
dude,
Yeah, so I mean,
flexing on Saitama's workout has nothing on finishing phone isekai.
Oh yeah.
True.
phone isekai
actually
is
true.
literal trash. The thing that's cool about phone isekai though is, you know, Sao is often held up as like the exemplar of trash isekai, but Isekai wa Smartphone was like, no, hold my beer, because we're gonna make an even trashier, even more cliche isekai than Sao, with an even more pointlessly overpowered protagonist with no reason for why he's actually overpowered. It's in that sense, it's brilliant. And the funny thing is, I've met at cons and like through the whole online community, I've met people who are unironically proud of their trashy love for Isekai wa Smartphone. Like it's some kind of weird trash cult where they
One thing I have to tell
unironically
you.
love it.
Every time, if I'm by a con and I pull my smartphone out of my pocket, guys are just like, "Oh my god, he's cosplaying Toya!"
Yeah, but you gotta
You know,
have that sexy
That never
fur
happened.
coat,
I take
though.
it back. All right, please put it in Boruto tier. I think this is a standout isekai for me as my go-to terrible isekai anime.
Yes, exactly. In that sense, it even surpasses Sao as the go-to
It does,
terrible
it does.
cliche anime. For that reason, it could even be a modern classic, but I think Boruto is fair. But please remove MILF Isekai from Boruto tier, you scumbags.
The only place it's going is down.
Inuyasha.
Can I say one thing? Compared to Smartphone, Sword Art Online is like A to S tier. All right, Inuyasha. This is, oh my god, the nostalgia. I watched this when I was like
Inuyasha.
7 or
Yes.
8 years old.
Inuyasha is heavy nostalgia, I think, for most of us, but it's still good in my opinion compared to many modern isekai. I would give it an A.
I would give it a B.
But can we count the soundtrack, because the soundtrack was awesome?
You could count whatever you want,
You know,
man.
whatever you
So that's
want.
why it gets an A. Come on.
I don't remember the soundtrack, so I'm gonna give it a B.
I have not seen Inuyasha.
What?
Oh, Core hasn't
He was-
seen Inuyasha. Wow. I haven't seen
I
it
take
either,
it from your
but
tone. You haven't seen it either. There we go.
I know we
I
were
think I
joking.
watched it on like Toonami growing up, but like, nah, I don't remember anything.
One thing I have to say that's just aggravating. I don't feel like they ever got to a climax in Inuyasha.
Well, it's not a hentai, bro.
Not that type of climax. But if that would have happened, I would vote for A tier as well.
Mm.
But no, I'm gonna go with B tier. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Not as much as Devils of Part-Time or Drifters. I would go for B.
With nostalgia goggles, definitely A. Like one word for you, Nux. One word. Sesshomaru.
Yeah, the guy that never had a meaningful moment ever in the entire series. Good call, Animac. I mean, we were
stand by
chasing
that.
him a lot, but he never did shiest. All right, next to anime. What is this? Isekai Cheat Magician?
I guess as an older brother, I just related to Sesshomaru.
And I did not relate to Sesshomaru. Please put Isekai Cheat Magician in C tier, for the love of God.
No, what do you mean, man?
Boruto,
It's Boruto
Boruto.
for sure. It's Boruto for sure.
Isekai Cheat Magician. I mean, the title is very apt because it made me feel cheated of my time.
Oh, absolutely. So that's the one where the only novelty is that his girlfriend gets isekai'd with him, right?
Right.
Yeah, so that was like the novel thing in this one. Like, fuck off, Boruto.
All right, I'm willing to change my vote to Boruto as well. I know that Mother's Basement was a big fan actually of Isekai Cheat Magician.
Shut up. No one is a big
Did he
fan.
call this? I think he called this Fantasy of the Year or something. No?
Even
Did-
Anime Recon
I-
hates this one. Even Anime Recon, who is an Isekai fanboy, hated this one and said it was trash. In my recollection, I don't want to misrepresent him, but I'm pretty sure he said that it was pretty bad.
Oh no, I think he said that. No, the Bookworm one was the one he liked.
Yeah, okay.
that
So
one
please,
also sucks. So
Please.
Yeah, my
Don't
bad.
don't say.
Look, I don't know, man. Put it in Boruto tier. I hate the fact that we're talking about so many garbage isekai. Who put this tier list together?
What are we on?
Overly flecknacious hero. Where's the overly cautious hero? Is he not on this? This is so sad. Can we get an F in the chat?
F in chat. After we're done the list, we could say what we would have added to this list, and I could edit them in.
Don't
Alright,
say F in
sounds
chat
good.
because Briggs is gonna get confused and he's gonna think that
The stream died.
the stream died. Yeah.
Oh, finally, we made it to Isekai Quartet, the first anime on this list I've actually watched. Yes! Finally, we've made it! I was sitting here patiently. Jesus Christ.
I'm so glad we invited you.
I know.
I was
Okay.
like, well, this dude memes about all of the current anime, so we should definitely invite him. Turns
And he's
out,
like, bro, I don't watch anime. What?
Nah, I don't even watch anime. I just pretend because there's so many subscribers and AniTube.
I find one Moe
pretend.
show and I watch 5 episodes a day for a month. Then I take the next Moe show.
No, that's the plan. That's the plan.
And I can keep track of what you're watching based on your Moe profile picture on Twitter.
Oh, that's actually not a bad strategy. I'm not gonna lie. That's set up in that exact way. I'll put my profile pictures to hint at when I'm gonna make a video next. It's a whole strat. It's called Marketing 101. I don't
Okay,
know if you've heard of it.
Mr. Beastie Briggs, epic marketer Chadland,
So
got roasted so hard yesterday.
Isekai Quartet.
Oh my god.
For me,
That was
is
bad.
pretty funny, but nothing special. I don't like how, the story is pretty much meaningless. It's complete filler.
Mhm.
So I never feel like it has any stakes to it. So it is a fun comedy. I would give it a B, but that's about it.
I agree with everything you said, except it's also garbage. So I would give it a C.
I mean, it has funny moments. If you've seen all of the anime involved,
I've seen all the anime involved, and it got old after episode 1 or 2.
yeah, it gets old. True. But B or C,
Animac-
I'm fine with.
Animac, you said B, right? I would like to hold you to that for one moment. Did you finish this anime?
I've not finished all of it. No,
Have you seen more than 3 episodes?
I believe so. But aren't there
I
few
doubt
minutes?
that highly. All right. Anyway, I'm gunning for C tier.
Love
I'm
First
done
few-
with B or C.
Love
I'm down with
Phenomenon just donated 1,000 bits. Thank you so much. And he says, I can't stay for the whole stream, and I'm sad. Well, good thing the stream will be up on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast tonight, so you can catch it later.
Yeah.
Nice plug, Briggs. Very
So
good.
my problem with Isekai Quartet.
Plug.
is
I
that,
never.
Isekai Quartet. It's honestly, when this anime was about to come out, I felt like it had a lot of potential, and it just did not live up to it. They could have done so much with this. It's 4 different shows coming together. It could have been really meta, really interesting, but I feel like they just stay inside of this box
Yeah.
the entire time. They don't really try to reach out. They don't really try to do anything creative. It's just jokes that were already made in the anime instead of making new jokes.
Yeah, I would compare
the
it to
fact that they're all together. They
I would
kind of
compare
just
it to-
rehash old jokes from each and every individual anime.
I would compare it to the Attack on Titan school anime.
All right. I'm gonna stop you right there. This was better than that. Okay. The Attack on Titan school anime was nightmare fuel.
Well, to be fair, I did not give that one a chance. So I would compare it to that.
Oh,
and
okay.
Be completely non-canonical.
Dude, instead of holding the 3D maneuver gear, they were holding baguettes and just whacking each other. It was not funny.
Bro, in France, that was
sounds fun.
hilarious.
Very funny anime. Put this in C tier. Moving on. Can we get out of these garbage shows, please?
C sounds about right to me.
Yeah, I'd give it a Boruto myself, but
I'd give it a Boruto. Maybe.
strong Boruto.
Animac?
Strong
Want to drop it to Boruto, maybe? Animac?
Well, we have 2 Borutos, 2 C's, and a B, so I feel like that's a C minus.
Dang, I'm not good at math. Okay, never mind.
Dude, did you not realize that Boruto plus C is in fact Silica's boobs?
Next
From Sword
Isekai.
Art Online. Okay, I don't know what this is. What is this, man? Help!
Oh, that's Kenji no Mago, the grandpa one.
What? I don't know. What
Genshin no Mago, the grandpa one. I'm with
it looks
you.
like
This
it looks
came out.
like it looks like something by Type Moon, but
The first comment in chat is Wise grandchild is fucking trash.
Yeah. The wise grandson is the English title.
has
It's
anyone
like-
seen this?
Because he gets reborn as a baby, but like with all his memories. So it's really boring and it's really ugly, Boruto. I didn't like it.
And you're a man of culture.
Oh, we got some good anime now.
Ah, yes.
Can we just all agree that Konosuba, which is the next anime, is S tier?
S.
S tier. Not even
Definitely
like
S.
a competition. This is an easy S tier.
Yeah, like Konosuba gave us darkness, bro.
Oh my god.
Gender equality in anime to stand up against the sexist other anime.
I hate when I hate when I disagree when I agree with Animac, but for the different for completely different reasons. It's like, yeah, we're all on the same page. Konosuba is amazing because of darkness. What?
Yeah, darkness is one of the greatest waifus in the history of anime. And yeah, I guess we get Kazuma or whatever, but darkness. La
I love
Latina.
how I think all 5 of us here have ridiculously different tastes, and that's what's clashing into this hodgepodge of a tier list.
I know that like there's 2 cores and they both have different tastes.
Oh yeah, me and Eden disagree on almost everything.
Yeah, we've picked up on that. Anyway, next we have Log Horizon, and
Whoa! We're not gonna go into detail on Konosuba. That's it. We're just gonna give it an S and keep walking. What?
Okay, all right. Eden, go ahead. You have 30 seconds to praise the ever-living crap out of Konosuba.
All right, Konosuba is amazing. It's a light novel adaptation that is visually interesting because I don't know. I'm kind of on the spot. I'm kind of nervous now. Megumin is a great character. Aqua is a great character. She has a butt. You can see her butt in the entire anime. Darkness is pretty good too. I'm not gonna hate on Animac. They're all great characters. Kazuma probably the best one.
He steals panties. He steals panties. Okay,
yes.
let's go.
I think what
There
Eden
we
was
go.
trying to say is it has a great cast that all amplify each other and make it even
Nicely
funnier.
done.
Yes.
Started off with it's a
That's
light
pretty good.
novel adapted into an
You mean every
animation,
fucking isekai? God damn it.
Yeah, I think Eden just read the Wikipedia.
Then Briggs, of course, translates at the end. I think Eden is saying it has a good cast.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. No, that was actually what I was trying to say. Thank you, Mr. Briggs.
All right,
Nicely done,
Log
Beastie Boy.
Horizon. Log Horizon.
Log Horizon. I would give this an S tier easily, to be honest.
Likewise.
Overhyped.
I'm a little biased because Log Horizon was literally like one of my first anime. But I love everything about Log Horizon. I love all the cast. The setting is just so interesting, and the way it executes it is like literally like nothing else I've ever seen. It's so well
So-
Dude,
done.
I love you. This is why we're bros.
So
You just
I watched a few
understand
episodes
stuff, man.
and I thought it was overhyped because Nux overhyped the shit out of it.
Love it.
And then I just kind of dropped it.
All right, Animac, appreciate your input.
Similar
the cast in Log Horizon between Shiroe and Akatsuki and all the different guilds, and the fact that it's really a political drama more than like some action adventure or whatever. And episode 8, bro, is one of the greatest episodes in all of anime.
So I will agree that there were a few moments, one of them being episode 8, that blew my mind and were absolutely amazing. But I feel like it wasn't enough for me to give it S tier. The rest of the show, I feel like I was bored a decent amount of the time, and I do think the Animac is right that Nux overhyped it. Because he talks about all the great moments, and there are amazing moments. I can think of like 2, one with the whole honestly I can't remember the name of the building. Fuck, whatever.
Guild building.
Yeah, the one with the whole guild building, and one with one of the final raid bosses and how they defeat it. It was very well done.
Hell yeah. Log Horizon's just all round amazing. The characters are great. The politics are fantastic. Shiroe is a mad lad. Akatsuki's
Not to
super
mention the
kawaii.
soundtrack. The soundtrack, man.
Track
some of
was
those-
amazing. It really was, actually. It really was good.
All right, Nux, you give it an S. Eden, you give it an S.
ENS.
I
I'm
will
giving it an S.
I don't know. I thought you did. My bad.
All I know about this anime is from Nux's videos. I have never seen it.
Never mind. Core,
It looks
did you
good.
give it an S?
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
That might just be because Nux is overhyping it.
You guys
Oh,
sound the
no.
fucking same, and you both have the same name. Okay. Core, what did you give it? My bad.
S.
So we got 2 S's. I'm gonna give it an A. Adamac, what do you give it?
I probably cut out so you guys didn't hear what I said, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that I watched the first few episodes. It didn't compel me to keep going. I know you guys said it gets better, but Nux overhyped it so much that I was like, this is not, what I was expecting. So, probably a B for me at this point.
Wow.
Eden,
Literally
based off of Nux's
great.
videos.
Based off of Nux's, Nux is really weird. Like sometimes I'll be like, wow, this guy's taste is terrible, and then he'll go around like the next minute and be like, drop like some hardcore facts, and I'm like, where is this coming from? Like Nux is probably the most hit or miss person ever, so I genuinely have no clue what to do with the information posted. Like I don't know. I'm gonna just sit this one out.
Okay, so we got an A, a B, and 2 S's. Does that bring it down to A, or does that stay at an S minus?
I think
I'm
that-
happy with the S minus, but it probably brings it down to A.
Yeah, I think that would average to an A.
No,
If we're being fair.
Eden, please, bro.
Don't
Trust in the taste. This,
the viewers. No one's gonna
Akatsuki
know
is
who I
like,
am.
is like, all right, Eden, listen here. Akatsuki, who is an amazing character, is so moe. She is kawaii out of her ass. All right.
Yeah, okay, Akatsuki is a funny character.
Even
I agree.
Animac, who hates moe, appreciates the moe aspects of Akatsuki. Eden, be a Chad, the guy who pays you.
Okay, stop using that as a
It was a one-time deal.
Animac pays me too.
Yeah.
Hey Eden, you
But
interested
I
in
don't care
some
as
more
much as
work?
Nux, that's the problem.
Eden, you interested in some more work? I could start paying you as well.
I'm really not. Let's go with an A. I'll play it in the middle, whatever that averages out to.
A it is.
I'm sorry. I feel like I caused a divide here. Oh god.
No, this is just another like.
It's all right. It's all
Thursday.
right. We hate each other now, but we'll get over it eventually.
We hate each other every week for about an hour and a half. What is this fucking
well,
next
at least
anime?
Core is a man of culture. I love you, Core.
That I am.
I don't know what the next one is, but it looks moe as fuck.
Yeah, I think this is Zero no Tsukaima. Is that this one?
No. But it does. It looks like Zero
Yo,
no
it looks
Tsukaima,
like
but
the-
like bad.
Yeah,
On the
it looks
list.
like more glossy. Like I don't know.
Like
Are you
if they remade it into 2010s.
You look at the pictures and they look like almost identical. It's weird.
Yeah, I
All
know.
right, so-
The same goddamn show.
Do away with this one. Next up, we got No Game No Life.
Oh no.
Are we skipping this
Wait,
one?
isn't it? No, I remember this one. This is Problem Children to Another World, right?
Oh, that show. Which I watched one episode of
Yeah.
and thought, oh, that was okay, but kind of boring.
yeah, that's
and
what
then
I thought when
dropped
I
it.
saw the first episode. Based on that first episode, I would give it a C or a B, but probably
Yeah,
a C.
I'm feeling a C.
I put it at C before either of you guys said C. Observation hockey at its finest. Let's move on to No Game No Life.
No game, no life. All right, Animac, you start.
Oh no.
Okay, this might surprise you guys, but I think No Game No Life deserves to be an A.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
like
surprising. You're right.
think it's overrated because people hype it up so much. But as an isekai, it's not bad. I just think it's overrated. So I would definitely give it an A, just not anywhere near S.
And on that note, I'm going to give it an S.
anywhere near
Especially when comparing it to other isekai.
Oh, I forgot we're comparing it to other isekai. I
So
was
can
just
you
like-
vote up for Log Horizon, please?
I completely forgot that was like the whole point of what we were doing. Oh no, I forgot.
Good you're here, man. Wow.
Yeah. This is
For me, this anime really reeks of like, I don't know, it's like the Nux effect, but for Animac, because Animac's the one who always overhypes this anime. And then I watched it, and I really
No
didn't
Game, No
like
Life?
it. I really didn't like it. Yeah.
what?
What are you talking?
First
Animac
of all,
hates No Game, No Life.
oh what? I thought he loves it.
What are you?
No.
What are you
No,
talking about?
I love No
I
Game No
don't
Life.
hate it, but I think it's overhyped.
Oh, okay. Well, you said it was good. You saw.
Dude,
that's what I'm taking
90%
you
of
at
anime
value
is
for.
overhyped, guys.
The problem with No Game No Life.
Briggs dick
First
rides
of all,
No Game No Life, not me.
Oh yeah, all day.
okay, so the first big problem with No Game No Life is that visually everything is this weird pink, purple, like
It's a
there's
fantasy
no
world. It looks amazing.
I
It's
don't
like
know.
a unicorn puked and created
Yes,
that world.
thank
yes.
you.
It's
It's
different.
it's too pink. It's too purple.
It's about
Um,
games. It matches what they're going for.
I
What
love
two
I
main
love
games do you
characters just
play?
kind of made me uncomfortable,
What
and the
pink
first two
games do you
episodes
play?
were boring. What?
Yeah,
Alright.
the sister thing is stupid. It's just bait.
It's bait, and like I don't know. Does it get better later on? Like, do they stop fingering each other constantly? The
No,
whole...
the finger
That's
just
the
increases.
appeal, man. That's the appeal.
They okay. Well, at least I know it doesn't get better. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Well, good stuff.
I-
I
I'll put it in
appreciate
Boruto.
I appreciate how you started, to be honest. Start off strong with the whole. Well, the thing is, it gets overhyped by Animac too much. All of a sudden, the rest of your opinions kind of.
It's like, imagine, he's like, if anything, Animac is too generous to No Game No Life.
And I was like, wait, what? If he overhypes, then-
Man,
Alright,
I've been saying a
well-
lot of negative stuff, and I feel like I'm making quite a bit of enemies in the chat right now.
all good, it's all
You're
good,
part
man.
of the anime community, so no matter what you say, you're gonna make enemies.
Hey,
that is. That
I'm
is
just letting you
very
know in
true.
advance, Eden, you will only be editing Log Horizon videos from this moment.
No!
hey, Nux. Hey,
I-
Nux. Yeah,
on
this
the
has
note of-
JoJo references, by the way.
I would vote it higher just to cancel out the asinine stupidity that came out of Eden's mouth.
Ah,
I-
get used to
I-
that.
I'd
No,
probably
honestly,
give it
I'm
a-
not sure.
I think it's a B for me
I'm-
personally.
I'm torn between S and A for Isekai.
I do respect it because, like, I mean, like Eden said, the aesthetic is quite abrasive. Definitely not to everyone's taste.
I
but
really
at
do
least
like this.
I appreciate the fact that it is one of the like 3 isekai anime that doesn't look exactly like every other isekai anime. Like it actually has a unique
All right,
visual
the
style.
aesthetic is not an excuse to vote it lower. Talk about the anime too. Like I don't understand.
What? That's like half of the aesthetic is like aesthetic is narrative, guys. Come on.
No,
Oh,
you want
no.
I'm
to
saying that
vote.
as a positive.
Nope. Aesthetic is narrative, none of that
I really
shit.
like No Game No Life. I think that the story is not the most captivating. However, how the main characters go about their lives in this other world is fantastic. A world governed by games is amazing. And Sora's goddamn speech inspired the schnizzle out of me. And because of that, I will either vote for it as an A or S. And I think I'm going to go for S.
Hell yeah! I'd be happy with A or S if that's where it ends up. I just don't like these guys' opinions giving it what lower.
The same
Pathetic.
league
compared
as
to
Log
compared to
Horizon. Just
Isekai.
being clear.
Hey, I
In the
finished
same league.
Isekai Quartet. Didn't finish No Game No Life. That should say about. as
That should
much
say a
as-
lot about you. This should say a lot about you.
My taste is, it's bad. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty bad.
All right, hold on. Isekai Quartet, every episode's like, how long?
12 minutes.
Thank you. And Animac that couldn't get past 3 episodes but still put it in B tier? Wow, Animac.
Yeah, and I put No Game No
That's
Life
right.
in A tier.
I think it probably ends up in A because Core goes for B and
Well, we have 2 S's,
Eden-
an A, and a B right now, right?
Boruto.
Yurito gave it.
Yeah.
Eden gave it Boruto.
I did.
All right, A's fine.
Oh, the disappointment in your voice there. I am sorry, Briggs.
I was thinking about hiring you to be my editor, and now like Core's about to get a message.
Briggs, you should just be glad that I was fair.
You were very fair considering you don't like it at all.
I said, again, I don't dislike it. I just think it's overhyped. Like, I did finish it. I didn't drop it or anything.
I'll finish it once a season 2 comes out.
One day. Also, I've read the light novels for No Game No Life as well. I feel like season 2 is gonna be worse than season 1. Awkward silence.
Yeah, what the hell this is?
Oh, that's now and then here and there.
Now and then, here and there! That was actually not so terrible.
Is that a movie?
It's a TV show. It's kind of obscure. It's kind of like a niche show.
No, I think I saw
But it
some of
sounds
it.
familiar to me.
Probably because you saw some of it.
The Japanese title is Ima Soko ni Iroboku. If that helps you at all. Came out in 1999.
Yeah, it's an old one.
Oh, okay.
It was
So
okay. I never finished it.
I think I've seen a couple episodes of it. I haven't gotten around to finishing it yet. Not because I didn't like it, because I watched 3 episodes and I loved it. I think like it has really strong directing. The narrative is really interesting. It's one of those shows that's a little darker and like stylistically and tonally, it is not isekai, like in the way that we think of isekai now. He does get transported to another world, but that is the only way in which it relates to most of the other things on this list. But as a show, what I saw of it, I thought was fantastic. I'd say like A, though because I haven't finished it, I think I would say B, because I don't know if it maybe goes downhill.
All right. Did anyone else see any of it?
Nope.
I think I would put it in B tier from the little bit I saw. So
it's a B.
B.
There we go.
The one I recognize, that's Outbreak Company. I did see this one. In fact, the reason why I ended up watching this was because Arcada from Glass Reflection was like, hey, if you like Log Horizon, you should watch Outbreak Company. And I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. Man, was I disappointed. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not great. I thought it was funny. For those of you that don't know what it's about, they find a portal to another world. So they get this otaku guy to start teaching otaku culture to the other world.
What do you
mean? There's like there's all that like there are elves and all those different
Outbreak
races.
Company is like Gate if Gate wasn't garbage.
Thank you.
But isn't every anime world
also garbage?
isn't every anime world already otaku culture? Isn't that like the whole thing that happens?
He's teaching them about otaku culture. My theory is the government's getting this guy to lull them into a false sense of security to freaking take over the whole world. But that never came up in the anime yet.
Then a bunch of Japanese soldiers just come in and it's like, let's find some elves, boys.
Yeah.
You know what's funny,
So,
Nux? I also watched this because of Arcada.
Really?
Yeah. Also disappointed. I'd give it a C.
Oh,
I'd give it a B personally. I like it a lot.
I would also
like-
give it a B.
yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
I especially there's like towards later in the series, like when it starts exploring like these certain themes of like racism and like slavery, and it touches on some darker subjects that like you wouldn't expect it to explore going in with the first few episodes. Where it's,
Otaku
like,
guy
super
comes
lighthearted and
home.
stuff.
Otaku guy comes home from the other world, opens a suitcase, bam, elf whammon's in there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's like it starts off really goofy, but then it hits you with those like, you know, those subtler themes, which is something I like a lot.
Yeah, I
in
thought
my
it was
shows.
fine. I thought it was fine. I don't think it was in the same league as Log Horizon, but I would put it in B.
Likewise.
Honestly, I changed my mind. I agree with B. I was just looking that like we have Gate and other like Demon Lord and Isekai Quartet in C. I'd give this a little bit higher.
I love how we all are just so content with putting MILF Isekai in Boruto tier. Animax still squealing about it.
Like, if it was up to me, it would be a modern classic.
I think that shows a lack of culture.
Anyway, next we have Overlord.
That's an A for me.
It's not for me. It's a B.
I agree with Animac here. A.
I'd put it in B. We had 3 seasons of Overlord, and I don't feel like we're anywhere further than we were in episode 3 of season 1.
I
be
will
honest.
say that Overlord, it has great characters, and I do like the
Yes,
world.
I like
and
the characters, and I like the world.
And I like the power and everything, the power system. The problem, though, is that
Power
it focuses
system.
too much on all these side characters. And that doesn't annoy me.
Yes.
That's why it doesn't get an S tier for me. It gets an A. But it has potential. But it definitely needs to stop focusing too much on side characters.
Bruh, the plot did not progress 1 iota since the first episode, okay? Not one moment. Mr. Narrative here, Animac, complaining about Moe shows. At least they got to Antarctica, okay?
See, I'm glad that I'm hearing this now because it justifies me only watching 1 episode of it.
No, I didn't.
Core,
I dropped Antarctica, so I don't know if they got there. Okay.
Look, I liked Overlord. I thought the characters were fun. That said, I did not want to see half of season 2 was just lizards having sex. Okay.
I enjoyed the lizards having sex. Okay.
I enjoyed lizard having sex as well.
Yeah, but there was no progression
Please
anywhere.
I agree. So I agree and disagree with Animac in the sense that I feel like they focused a lot on side characters, but I enjoyed the side plot. Like, so it slowed down the story and it made it very slow, but I enjoyed the side plot. So I'm not complaining. I just need more content.
There's a difference between making it slow and making nothing happen. Did you see the bowling ball soldiers fighting Ainz? It's like, did we really think that they were going to beat Ainz in that battle? No, we didn't. Just like every other fight that Ainz got into that had absolutely no weight.
And that's why I'm giving it an A instead of an S.
All right, I'm still on B here.
Sounds good. So A, B, Core, what are you saying?
C.
C, Eden.
No strong opinion, but I'd probably go with a C.
C, C, B,
B
A,
wins!
B
Yes!
wins. Wow.
I stand alone as the victor.
Yeah, Nux. I mean, I do get your point, and
You mean that there is no point?
I don't think Overlord is a high A, but I would still give it an A. But B is fair.
Animac, you gave Overlord an A and Log Horizon a B. Your taste means little to nothing at this point.
I like Overlord better than Log Horizon as well.
You traitor.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, next we have Recreators. Modern Classic.
Modern Classic.
Come on, do we even need to question? Haven't even seen the show, but I know what tier this is going in.
Modern Classic. All right, that was easy. Slime Isekai.
Slimies. I feel like this is going to be a controversial one, so I'll go last.
Please go first. I like that. You go first.
All right, so Slime Isekai. I don't know what the reception on this anime is. I see a lot of people really liking it, and that just kind of confuses me because it's not bad. It's like a painful 7 out of 10. It probably epitomizes 7 out of 10. It was enjoyable. Absolutely nothing unique about it. Like, it's literally like a city building simulator, and like it's so straightforward in the narrative from when it moves from one plot point to another. It's very, this is what we are doing right now, and then the next thing, this is what we are doing right now. Like, nothing really seems to like have an overarching narrative to any of the events that kind of take place, I feel like.
I personally thought it was a great beginning, and then the second core, it kind of dropped off for me.
The second core or the first core? Get your cores straight, man.
Core.
That was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah, I think that's a B. If Overlord's a B, this is definitely a B.
I'd probably give it... it's not as bad as Isekai Quartet, even though I didn't like it, so I'll have to give it a B.
Yeah, I'm also leaning towards B. I'm looking at the C tier, and it's way better than Grimgar and Gate and all that. I'm happy with B.
Similar
it
logic
does
with
some
me.
stuff good. I'm not gonna lie though. It does like it was generally enjoyable. I did like it.
No, it was fine.
It gets very slow at certain points, and there's no general connection to like the.
It never peaked higher than Tsundere Dragon. I have to say.
Yeah,
I'd say in the context of this list, I also agree with it being in B. I haven't finished it. I watched the first episode and I was like, oh, this is, it's fine. But it doesn't make me, it's like, I haven't dropped it, but I'm also not like super duper motivated to finish it like right immediately.
How long ago did you start?
That's like me for Log Horizon.
Log Horizon is actually amazing and you would love it.
Also, there's a genderless waifu, so if anyone's into that.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
I mean, he was a dude.
Is this genderless waifu a MILF/DILF? Because Animac is in the market.
No, I'm in the market for the female gender, my friend.
Got it. Anyway, Animac, you do realize Log Horizon is a very you type of show. I'm surprised you didn't like it.
Yeah, no, I think having Tenya Ida as the protagonist is the ideal show.
I love how every single character with glasses you called Tenya Ida. You in the last One Piece podcast you called Kuro Tenya Ida also.
Yeah, Tenya Ida, bro. He's a pirate. Check out.
I love the main character. Podcast. Did you know? You may not know this, but when I first started my channel, my first profile picture was in fact Shiroe from Log Horizon in his like dark shadow form thingo.
Wow.
That was
what
my
a
first
loser.
profile picture on YouTube. Pretty
What a
crazy
loser
time.
Nuxtalk is.
I feel like I
And
remember
now-
seeing that.
I changed it a few times since then, and now I noticed ER has that same picture that I used, except he
Yeah.
also has tentacle stuff going on in the background that I did not have. But other than that, we had the same. It was crazy.
Dude, I remember your like your
Anyway-
first Yo Nux. You had a picture of Shiroe in the background, like an evil
Yeah,
version
man.
of him.
That was my. I really like Shiro. He's a great
Clearly,
character.
the cat man is best boy in that show.
I do like Nianta-san. Anyway, moving on. ReZero. I actually would give this an S tier as far as Isekai
You're
goes.
fucking
Yes.
insane.
No,
I'm
insane.
gonna go down with
Because-
Nux on this one. S tier. Go ahead, Nux. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Insane.
ReZero is decent, but it is way overrated.
I feel like people remember it because of the waifu arguments and not because it was a goddamn amazing thriller.
No, I think the tonal shifts are too abrupt, and I don't like them. Like the shift between a
I love that.
fantasy to horror to like
I love
back
that.
to like action fantasy. So I thought it was weird. I would give it an A. I think for an isekai it's still solid, but it's not an S tier by any means. And people who think that are overhyping it, and shame on you.
The thing about
S
ReZero,
tier.
ReZero in and of itself, it's good. It's nothing special. But as an isekai, dude, like it completely flipped the whole isekai thing on its head, even more so than like Konosuba or something.
Please, how? Please.
Because there was like this whole idea that like
Oh no, he could respawn now. Wow.
no, like it's never really cemented like the horror of what an isekai world can do to you, like
Goblin
to like
Slayer.
your like brain or something. Like it really
Player's not
cemented that
isekai.
horror and like
But I feel like it
mind
wasn't.
fuckery better than any other isekai I've ever seen.
It wasn't
Yeah,
even the
but I don't
isekai
relate.
world
It
that got
talks
to him.
about
It was the
how-
fact that he died like so many times and saw traumatic shit and kept him reviving.
It's the fact that respawning exists in so many of these games, but they're never talked, except for in Log Horizon, which they actually do cover that very well.
I
I
agree,
feel
yeah.
like respawning is never actually tackled, and ReZero does a great job with that. ReZero has a lot of really deep themes as well, and a lot of great side characters.
Yes.
I think that ReZero
Okay,
is
we all know how much you love Roswell-sama and
best girl in ReZero.
Betelgeuse.
Betelgeuse is a very great contrast to what Subaru was going through at that point, and I feel like ReZero did a great job with everything. And I read a little further in the light novels also, and it was actually really good.
Yeah,
I would
so-
vote for it as an S tier as far as
My problem with ReZero so far, in terms of how much we've actually gotten in the anime, is that a lot of major plot points, like who's gonna be the next ruler and shit, are just dropped for the sake of like, oh no, Rem, Subaru.
The whale.
Like, the whale, what the? Anyway.
I will admit the whale was kind of dumb, but overall, I'm still like the whale though. Like, oh,
So
I'm
the
fuck with
whale
that.
proves it can't be S tier, okay?
I still think that the whale was decent. They got Wilhelm to become a great character, and they got you to appreciate Karush-sama as a very
Adam, what do you?
powerful potential ruler. I'm still standing by S tier for ReZero.
All right,
No.
got
So
it.
anyway, I vote S. Eden votes S.
Adam, what do you vote?
Animac votes A.
I vote A, but I feel like I should just like spike my vote just to lower the average, but I won't.
I'm feeling the exact same way. I feel like I don't even want it. I don't even like. I'm happy if it gets an A, but I do not want it to get an S. Compared to
It's
the
not gonna
fact
get an S.
we have No Game No Life, Log Horizon, and Devil is a Part-Timer in A. Oh my god.
It's gonna end up in A, bro.
a lot of those are in A and not S just because of my bad taste.
Fun fact,
and
I
feel
dropped
bad.
ReZero and had to re-pick it up just because I'm part of the anime community. I love the first 4 episodes, and I love the concept of respawning, and I think they did a
hell
great
yeah.
job. But the
Yeah,
show
but
was just
then they
all
kinda
over the
dropped
place,
it.
and I felt like it wasn't getting anywhere.
Yeah, they
And I do
dropped
feel like
the
we need a
plot
second
lines that I was
season.
interested in.
Yeah,
Mm.
I agree. And I feel like it needs a second season
Well,
to
the
close
light
up a lot of
novel
these plot
definitely
points.
picks that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the time,
Anyway,
baby.
2 S's, 1 A, 1 B, and Core, who has remained silent.
I don't know. I'd probably give it like a B or a C. Like I don't have
No!
any strong opinion on ReZero, but like I watched 9 episodes and like everyone was hyping it up like the second coming, and I watched it and I was like, I don't know. There's like nothing about it really stood out
Bro,
to me.
he
I
was
didn't really
second coming
resonate
the
with any of
entire show.
characters or
Yeah,
anything.
it's 100% overhyped, but I think it deserves an A just because of that Puck dude.
True.
That's like
I'll give it a B. It's got great character designs.
All right, so we got 2 B's, 2 S's, and an A. So that sits an A.
Hell yeah. I'm happy with it being an A. It's like an A
Let's
mod.
hurry up and get through the rest so we can get to the real isekai.
All right, we got Rising of the Shield Hero.
B.
modern classic.
Yeah, I'm feeling a Boruto to modern classic on Shield Hero.
No, I mean Shield Hero isn't bad. It just isn't great. And
Never
I feel
seen
like,
something drop harder in my life. I'm not
yeah,
joking.
that's the thing. It dropped a lot after the first like 7 episodes or something. Like
Yeah.
First 1 episode.
Chicken Girl, bad.
Chicken Girl
Girl,
ruined the
man.
anime.
For that to me, like that's very close to the truth.
You see, only true classic anime can do the Chicken Girl theme justice, and like interspecies reviewers, which
Yeah, well, obviously that's
it's a different
S.
type of Chicken Girl.
no. I mean,
Anyway, so Shield
liked the
Hero, I
relationship
think I would give
go ahead.
episode of Shield Hero a B, and the rest of it is C.
So yeah, like I really liked certain aspects of it. I liked how the world sets it up. I liked how the hero is actually being cucked constantly. I like his relationship with Raftalia, and that's why the Chicken Girl thing was completely unnecessary, because I wanted them to explore the Raftalia thing more. So yeah, I'll give it a B because of the positives, but it definitely drops off huge.
You know what? I'll move it up to like a Boruto, just because the first few episodes were genuinely good.
Yeah.
Like the first few episodes, I was so excited, and then like
I
all
feel
that
the same.
excitement vanished instantly. Like what happened? There was this one episode where they had like this race on chickens, and then like the guy got kicked in the balls, and I'm like, this is like bad early 2000s anime humor. Like, how have we like gone to this
How
level?
far
I
have
was
we
so
come?
disappointed. So disappointed.
Tom and Jerry did a lot better than Shield Hero. Post episode 7.
I mean,
whatever.
I liked the first episode. I was like, okay, Kevin Penkin, come on, Kinema Citrus, let's go. Interesting premise. Like I was interested in seeing like how he would overcome obstacles and stuff. But then
And then
the
it
show
turned out-
decides to not really be about that. Like I
exactly.
hate episode 4. I despise episode 4 with like
What's episode 4?
It's the one where Raftalia clutches him and she's like, "Oh, I love you. You're good. You're a good
Right.
person." Like that one, the big
Yeah.
like it's like a big emotional climactic moment. And I'm like, I could not care less. I hate how the villains are written in this show. It's so shallow.
That I have to agree with as well. Again, I think that the first episode's B and the rest is C. That's
All of that is nothing compared to how much Philo the Chicken Girl sucks.
Okay, so we got 2 Boruto tiers. Nux, you vote C.
you vote first.
I'll give it a C. I think I have a similar thing. I think it's a good start, B to A tier start, and then it falls to C to Boruto tier throughout.
All right, I'm also leaning
All right,
towards
so
C.
C it is then.
C it is.
3 Cs.
It's kind of
All right.
sad because I like it better than everything else in C.
I
Shield
don't.
Hero got it's better than Gate and Grimgar and Demon Lord. Anyway, next we have Saga of Tanya the Evil, who thank God was not written by Horikoshi.
Topical humor.
Yeah, that was a funny joke. All right, but in all honesty, I'd give it a B. I liked it. Thought it was okay.
All right. Well,
Has anyone else seen it?
I've seen it. I
I've
think
seen some of
overall, the sound design in the anime was the one thing that really stood out to me. Has a killer OP, like it has like that fiery orchestra vibe to it, like a Philharmonic sound to it, and like the sound design overall really good. The sound effects to when they're like zooming around, like they have like this weird bass where it sounds like it's sucking the air out of the atmosphere. And like if you watch this anime with headphones, like you may like there may be a little bit of fluids coming out. Like the sound design is really good. Besides that, the main character is pretty mid. The overall plot is pretty less than mid. Overall, probably give it somewhere around the C tier. Maybe, you know what, let's go B. Let's go B. Definitely better than Shield Hero, so I'll put it B now.
I like the concept of it and having a middle-aged Japanese man as a lolly is hilarious.
Who hates God?
I mean, yeah, whatever.
That's the best. That's the best feature.
Yeah.
That was such a weird. It's like
But
I am God, and I will reincarnate you and prove my existence again and again. Well, God, I don't believe in you. It's like, wait, what?
am I the only one that wished to set a better power system though?
The power system was bad. I don't think that's really what they were going for, though.
I didn't feel like the power system was important in the anime to begin with.
About that at all.
Yeah, but
the point is, she was a psycho, and she was leading her battalions and added lolly bonus points, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it a C. I wasn't really that engaged. I didn't finish it. I think for me personally, like the worst part is like I hate it like aesthetically. Like I really don't like the character designs. Like if you look at like the light novel or the manga, like Tanya looks cool. She looks awesome.
Yeah. Completely.
And then you look at the anime, it's like, oh, I want to throw up.
Yes.
I'd give it a B.
There's some killer panels in the manga. If anyone wants to like open another tab and look at that, like very different.
I don't care enough about Tanya.
No, I understand you, Tanya. Don't have to care about it. Nothing special.
Fine. I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. I'm happy to go for B. I wouldn't be upset if it was a C, but I'm happy to go for B.
Well, I would actually give it A. I haven't seen it.
Nice. All right. So I think that Animac didn't vote yet.
I said B.
All right. That means it's a. Oh wait, you guys both said C.
I said B.
Okay, B it is. B for barely better than Shield Hero.
Perfect. There we go.
Yeah. All right. Next, we got a very little known anime. I don't think most people have seen it. Yeah. Oh, we're getting F's in the chat.
All right, Spirited Away. It's Spirited Away. It starts with an S. It's S tier. It's one of the best movies ever made. I mean, it's kind of unfair because it's like Studio Ghibli. Like it's a movie.
Just rewatched it like a month or two ago.
It's actually not one of my favorite Ghibli movies because I think
my favorite either.
Everyone loves it because it was nominated for Oscar, etc. But to me, it's one of the weaker films. I mean, in terms of animation, it's great. But in terms of story, I'd give it an A, but not an S.
I think just in comparison to everything else on this list, I mean, if I were doing a Studio Ghibli tier list, I'd put it in an A, not an S. But on this list, 100% S for me.
But remember, this is an Isekai list. So while it's technically an Isekai, I wouldn't put it as Isekai-y as
I guess that is fair. It's not very Isekai. Maybe that's why I like it so much, because I tend to dislike a lot of Isekai.
Look, I love Spirited Away, but maybe it's because I prefer a well fleshed out show to a movie, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's why movies have a disadvantage. They have to rush it.
I liked Konosuba and Log Horizon better than Spirited Away. So also, I don't know.
Spirited Away visually is like the atmosphere, the aesthetic, all of it is amazing.
Oh yeah,
the soundtrack, everything. Yeah. All I can really say is that like I don't know, the whole like plot of the movie wasn't entirely interesting, but even with the not entirely interesting plot, the way they portrayed it was like literally God tier.
Yeah, that's what they had going for it.
Definitely be a high A tier for me.
Yeah, like for me, like
the characters were more imaginative than they were actually well written.
To me, Castle in the Sky, for example, has so much better plot.
I don't know, S or A. I'm sort of toggling right now.
Just say A and shut up.
Briggs, what are you going for?
I watched it when I was like 5 years old, so I have no idea. I do not remember.
All right. Nice.
I've watched it several times.
I don't know, man. Kind of in between here. Look, right as far as movies go, because it is a movie, I can't compare it to shows. Obviously, a show is something I'll be more invested in. I'd give it an S tier. It was really good. Let's
see. It's funny because I feel the opposite. I tend to like movies more because they cut out all the BS. Like a lot of shows I find just waste a lot of time on nothing. Whereas with
Depends
a
what-
movie,
why-
you're forced to be efficient with your storytelling.
I hear that, but like you look at something like Konosuba, which is like character driven, or I don't know, Log Horizon, which is politics driven. That can't be wrapped up in a movie. It's like
Yeah,
the
that's true.
anime recap movies are all garbage. So I'm going S tier. So that's 3 S tiers, 1 A tier, and Briggs in 5-year-old tier. So let's put it.
So where are we putting it? My bad, I wasn't paying attention.
S tier.
Really? Cool.
Cool. Next, Sword Art Online, modern.
Are we counting like all like the SAO like monolith, or just like the first season, or just the first
Everything.
Sword
like-
Art Online, season 1, 2, analyzation, not the movie.
I have not seen Alicization. I've only seen the first 2 seasons. So
Based
I
off
would
what
put
you've
it in.
seen.
I would happily put it in B tier.
Off the first season alone, I'd give it
Because
an A, but overall, I'd give it a B.
So you say B as well. Very
Yes.
cool. Nice.
I'll go with a B. The first arc, amazing. The Gun Gale Online arc. I mean, I don't mean to get personal here, guys.
No, the
but,
Gun Gale Online arc I think was much worse than the Fairy Dance arc.
I loved the Gun Gale Online arc, bro. My first waifu, bro. Shino and SAO, bro. First waifu. Middle school. I rep that. Shino, bro.
All right.
No,
well,
seriously.
I did
It
not
has
like
a
Gun Gale
huge
Online.
nostalgia boner. Like, SAO was literally like I watched anime a lot on like Toonami and like Cartoon Network and shit like that. But literally my first anime was SAO, so I have a slight
Was it your
bias.
literal first anime, Log
Yes.
Horizon, like 20 minutes ago?
What? No, that was
No,
cool.
You're
that was
getting your
core.
course confused.
I'm sorry.
No,
My
but seriously,
bad.
SAO nostalgia boner for me. I'm like the total zoomer here. Definitely the youngest one. The fact that a 2013 anime was my first anime. It says a lot, but I just can't help but love.
Log Horizon's a
The Master
2013 anime. And
Is it?
Sword Art Online's a 2012 anime, okay?
Well,
That makes core number 1. The Zoomer.
For Sword Art Online, I think that even though the first arc is like good, and then there's some bad ones, and then Gun Gale Online is good, and then there's some really bad ones, I would end up giving it a C just because of how stupidly inconsistent it is and how it frustrates me that it has potential and it keeps blowing it.
I think it lost its potential, so I don't have that issue anymore.
Yes, so C for me.
B for me.
I think
And-
it's B. Yeah.
Everyone said B except for Animax, so he's clearly wrong. Put it in B. Moving on. Zero No Tsukaima. None of us have seen it.
Hey, Zero no Tsukaima. This
Oh.
anime is not that good, but it's such a guilty pleasure. Oh my god, it plays every trope to a freaking T. It is like the most 2000s anime. It epitomizes everything of the 2000s literally perfectly. Every trope, the art style, it's so bad, but it's so good at the same time. It's an enigma. I don't know how to rate it. I'm sorry. I can't say.
On that note, it stays where it is.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Although there are quite a few anime that they didn't mention here that I could add in like a post edit. Digimon,
I don't feel like
Overly
you need
Cautious
to.
Hero.
Okay, man, come on.
We can't
I've
put
had enough of
Digimon on this
discussion.
list because Digimon would be SS S tier.
Okay,
We've
what
been
about Overly
discussing
Cautious
this for
Hero?
an hour and a half. I'm done with this.
Yeah, I'm all isekai'd out. Overly Cautious Hero would be A tier, and have yourselves a wonderful evening, everyone. This is the official outro. Animax, suck it.
No, we gotta
Time to
read. Yeah, Isekai.
All right, yeah, let's read isekai.
Yeah, good
Animac.
job, Nux. Good job.
Please send me a link.
Briggs will send you the link.
Literally just go to your Google Docs. It'll be
Alright.
there.
Should we restart the stream or?
Why?
All right, fine.
Wha-
I'm confused.
Is this the part where me and Core leave?
You can stay if
If
you
you
want.
want to, or you can stay and witness greatness, because we're gonna be revealing chapter 1 of the
All
Rank
right,
of
well,
Isekai.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I've been holding in a pee for like the past 40 minutes. I'll be right back.
You're more
Alright,
professional
knock
than me. I
yourself
just
out,
went
bro.
mid. I went midstream.
We remember.
Midstream.
Oh.
All right. And please send me a link.
Adamax, send him a link. I'm gonna reset this how we're streaming this, like the setup. I think that's what Animac meant.
You send me a link.
Yes, Nux.
Animac.
Yes, Nux. That doesn't know how to use Google Docs.
You know, if you just Googled Google Docs and went to your Google Docs and you were signed in under your account, it would just be there because you viewed it.
But you lost them at account.
Like I found it, bro. Don't worry.
No, you didn't, because I sent you the link. That's why you found it.
Yeah, but I did find it.
People don't know what a tech master you are.
It's not loading. It's loaded! Yeah! Alright, okay. Oh my god, it's so long! Everyone, this will be done tomorrow. I'm kidding, I'll do it now. Main premise, chapter 1.
Yeah, just please go down to the prologue in chapter 1.
Alright, but I have to wait for Eden to come back.
No, you don't.
A true mad lad would have taken his Discord with him to the bathroom.
True.
Yeah, you have Discord on your phone, dog. Get with the program.
Disgusting.
Hey, the One Piece podcast
Man,
is 3 out of 10. Love to see it.
Nice.
The Virgin podcast.
The One Piece version, yeah, it's become the most popular part of the Rank of a.
I bet you this video will do pretty well.
We'll see.
This is
Just
fun.
make sure you have Anime Man in the thumbnail.
Use the same exact thumbnail with a big X on it saying debunked.
Down.
We'll go full power scaling style. All right, Eden.
You know,
what
people
the hell are
made
you
that-
doing? Get
People,
back in here.
people
Eden.
have done that
I'm
about my
here.
videos,
What?
right? You know that,
Eden's
right?
back.
Screw you.
Okay,
Now I'm
let's
going to
go.
read it at the speed of sound.
No, please.
I'm
man.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I work hard on
Alright.
this. Don't ruin it.
Okay. I'm not working.
I mean, we could do we could make like voice act it and get better read throughs in the future.
All right, so this is how it's going to go. I am going to be reading everything. Briggs is going to be reading his part.
I'm reading my part.
Anime.
Okay. Animac, who do you want to be? You should be the
right.
lewd white.
As the truck.
Yeah, you're the truck.
No.
It'll be funny.
Solve. All right, everyone. I hope you're excited. Core, Eden, get ready for some cringe, but it's the good type. This novel is called That Time I Got Isekai to Another World with My Truck. Okay? Prologue. My name is Burito Handakawa Suzuki Yoda, and until today, I was just a normal Japanese salaryman. For 5 years, I worked for the global delivery giant Spamazon, and my job was to drive one of their small delivery trucks throughout Tokyo and the surrounding area. Sometimes I delivered items of value, but most of the time I was delivering video games, body pillows, and erotic manga to sweaty otakus who lived in tiny, cluttered apartments. I was required to hand off the items in person and to get the customer's signature, but I tried to complete the conversation in under 30 seconds. I never made eye contact. Their breathing was always heavy, and their hands were sticky and warm. As soon as I gave them their boxes, they ripped them open like wild beasts, their buggy eyes glazed over once they saw the naked anime girls sprawled on the book covers. And more than once, I was compelled to rush out without a signature as they began to pleasure themselves while I was still on the doorstep. In my crazy Core and Eden are having like Vietnam flashbacks right now. In my 28 years of life, I never hated anyone except for otakus. But delivering their packages wasn't the worst of it. Lately, the otakus have become obsessed with isekai, a specific type of story in which the protagonist, usually a reclusive, unwashed pervert like them, is hit by a truck and then transported into a fantasy world where they suddenly gain magical powers and become magnets for busty women. It started small at first, with 1 or 2 incidents per year, but eventually I was dealing with 2 or 3 of these sweaty idiots jumping out in front of my truck every single week. They were all trying to get isekai'd, and a delivery truck was apparently the most reliable way to do it. Meanwhile, I was left cleaning up a mess, not to mention the unwanted police attention I received every time an otaku wearing nothing but catgirl underwear decided to jump out in front of my truck. The police thought I was some kind of serial killer and that I was deliberately targeting people who weren't contributing anything to society out of some warped sense of justice. But then the number of new isekai series each season jumped from 2 or 3 to a dozen, and other truck drivers began to experience similar incidents.
Oh,
So
it
they let me
doesn't?
off the
That's
hook.
a conservative estimate.
Yeah, right? I hated the otaku so much that I was considering a move. My company, Spamazon, had offices all over the world, and I was hoping to get transferred to another country, somewhere far, far away. There was an opening in the Philippines, where I'm sure they never even heard of anime or isekai, and I was all set to go. But that is when disaster struck. One evening, as I was returning from a delivery, I spotted another one. I was stopped at a red light, and there on the sidewalk, I saw a grossly overweight pervert with thick glasses and sticky white stains in his hair. He was looking right at me, and I could tell by his glassy, lustful eyes that he was planning to get isekai'd right then and there. And he was going to use me and my truck to do it. Not again, I said. I'll be damned if I let another otaku bastard ruin my entire week. And on a Friday night of all nights, as the light turned blue, I stepped on the gas, but instead of staying in my lane, I swerved to the right, into the lane reserved for cars going in the opposite direction. I didn't see anyone ahead of me, so I thought it would be fine. But the otaku bastard started running after me. I turned to look at him, worried he might catch up, throw himself under my rear wheels, and in those few seconds that I took my eyes off the road is all it took. A large transport truck made a left turn from a side street and right into the lane I was occupying. The 18-wheeler had no way of knowing I would be driving on the wrong side of the road because of my otaku problem. I turned the wheel sharply and tried to swerve out of the way, but it was too late. My beautiful little truck was smashed into the large transport, and the next thing I knew, I was flying. I thought that at least now I would enjoy eternal rest, forever freed from the otaku nemesis, but that is when the real tragedy struck. Instead of my eternal rest, I was transported to another world with my truck. I've been stuck here for 8 hours now. The colors are way too bright. Glowing green grass and trees and a blinding blue sky. Mystical mountains of different colors, shapes, and sizes stretch across the horizon. And strange, physically impossible creatures are all around me. There was a fat dragon with tiny wings that was still somehow able to fly. A snake with the face of a fox, and stupidest of all, a dog who carried a sword in his mouth. I considered putting the dog out of his misery, but since I was still in my truck, the dog would probably just get isekai'd into another world with his sword. Worse yet, my small, white delivery truck has gained sentience. It speaks. It moves on its own. And it seems to think that it's not a truck at all. The truck is convinced that she's an actual girl. And worst of all, she thinks the two of us are in a relationship, an intimate relationship. She says I've been inside her many times. Will this nightmare never end?
That was amazing.
That was the prologue. All right. Are you ready for chapter 1?
Yes, I'm very ready.
This is captivating, isn't it?
I can't believe how well
Shield
written
Hero
it is.
done right.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Chapter 1, The Half-Naked Knight. The path is narrow and bumpy. These roads were not designed for a modern vehicle, and our progress is slow and shaky. I am still struggling to accept the fact that my truck seems to be driving itself. Animac?
Oh, I'm looking at an outdated version. No.
I think I'm also at the... Am I also in the...
No, you're at the right version.
Okay, good.
wait, isn't it still like, and if that wasn't enough, the truck insists on speaking to me? That would still be you.
But no,
You said that already?
Am I reading the old version or the new version?
No, hold on. The right version, you are reading the right version. Wait, what's like?
I think I'm looking at the wrong version then.
Yeah, you have to look at the new version. Okay, so where are we?
Hold on, I'm checking if... I think I don't know. All right, anyway. I just said... I'm still struggling to accept the fact that my truck seems to be driving itself.
Yeah, and if that wasn't enough...
I don't have that.
What do you mean? It's the Google Doc.
I don't have that. The next line is, what are you thinking about, Boruto-kun?
Okay, so you got the old version for some reason.
Here, let me send him the link.
Okay.
Bear with us, guys. We edited this chapter recently.
Thank you, Brigo. Very awesome. You're bad. You're a mad lad.
I got you.
That guy. All right. Hell yeah. And let me just look for chapter 1. Half-naked night. The path is narrow and bumpy. These roads were not designed for a modern vehicle, and our progress is slow and shaky. I am still struggling to accept the fact that my truck seems to be driving itself, and if that wasn't enough, the truck insists on speaking to me. It has the voice of a teenage girl who works at a maid cafe. Yes, I've been to a maid cafe, but only once. The fake kindness and the whole kawaii act made me cringe. If I hear anyone call me Go-jin-sama again, I might puke.
What are you thinking about, Go-so-jin-sama?
I cringe so hard. My entire anus shivers. For the love of God, please just call me Boruto.
Oh, okay, Boruto-kun.
The sun is beginning to set, I said stoically. We are surrounded by the lush rolling hills, and off in the distance there's an array of snow-peaked mountaintops. As I look out the window, I can see yet more fantastical creatures going about their business, including a human-sized frog that looks like it's wearing a blue shirt, snails with butterfly wings, and rainbow-colored rabbits. At one point, we drove past a field of purple flowers that seemed to smell like coffee, but there was also a sentient tree that was shouting sexual jokes at travelers.
It's almost bedtime, Boruto-kun. Will you keep me warm tonight? Can we cuddle?
Didn't I promise to jump out of the truck if you said stuff like that again?
Gosh, you're such a joker, Boruto. Ooh.
This is the best part. I'm sorry. Animac voice acting is actually the fucking best part.
Was that an ad lib? Did he add that in?
No, that's in the novel.
No, it's in the novel. Ooh.
That is beautiful writing, I must admit. Wow.
Ooh, I grabbed the door handle and prepared to jump. If I hurry, maybe I'll be eaten by the giant frog, and all my troubles will be over.
Hey, Boruto-kun, what's that? Look, up ahead.
The setting sun was in my eyes, but I could tell that something was going on up ahead. People, I said, stunned. It looks like people. Up until that point, we hadn't come across any other humans, only magical animals with minimal intelligence, but this was different. Up ahead, I see a group of people standing and talking. No, on second thought, they weren't talking. They looked like they were fighting. Don't get too close, I said to the truck.
Okay.
Good God, I called her she. The truck came to a slow stop. A group of 6 men had surrounded a tall and muscular man who was wearing golden armor. Could he be a knight or some kind of hero in this isekai world? The other men were dressed in shoddy clothes and their faces were covered in rags. They appeared to be shouting, so I lowered the truck's window in order to hear what they were saying. This is the last time I'm going to say this, knight. Hand over your armor and all your valuables, and we will let you live. If you don't, we'll kill you where you stand and take it anyway.
Oh no!
The truck shouted.
They're going to kill that man!
Shh! Keep your voice down! We don't know anything about this world, and if those bandits notice us, then we'll both be next.
Okay, Boruto-kun. I knew you cared about me.
I was about to deny this baseless accusation when the shouting of the men up ahead captured my attention. I couldn't believe my ears. They were all speaking in perfect Japanese!
I don't have time for this nonsense.
Knight in golden armor exclaimed.
The enemy is gathering a massive force to the northern border. I have to warn my former comrades before it's too late.
That's enough, one of the bandits screamed. Kill him now! Each bandit pulled out a weapon and pointed it at the knight. One had a sword, a few had daggers, one had an axe, and the final bandit was holding a strange crystal orb that was glowing blue.
Oh no!
The truck cried. The knight merely sighed and nodded.
Very well, I warned you, didn't I?
He began to take off his golden armor, bit by bit, throwing each separate part on the ground as he pulled it off.
I guess he's surrendering,
the truck said.
I hope they don't kill him.
But the knight wasn't behaving like someone who was surrendering. He wasn't apologetic, he wasn't trembling and showed no signs of fear whatsoever, and yet he was indeed taking off his armor just as the bandits ordered. As he shed his golden armor, the knight revealed a massive frame with bulging muscles and dozens of battle scars covering his body. He didn't stop undressing until he was wearing until he had nothing on but a white tank top and tight golden boxer shorts. The color of the shorts matched the gold of his armor. Then, suddenly, the knight whipped out a long, thick, meaty, okay, it doesn't say meaty, sword, and the battle began. The bandits rushed at the knight, swinging their blades and daggers. The knight dodged them masterfully, showcasing impressive speed despite his massive size. 3 of the bandits attacked at the same time. The knight blocked the sword of one of the bandits with his own, then kicked that bandit square in the chest. The bandit flew backwards and dropped to the ground, where he remained completely motionless. This was the first clue that I was not in some phony anime world. In those worlds, each of the villains attacked one by one, allowing the hero to take them out individually in a dramatic fashion. But these bandits weren't taking turns attacking. They attacked together. And their intention was to kill the hero, not to give him their villain philosophy or reveal their complex master plan. Another bandit, the one with the axe, took several swings at the knight. As this happened, the third bandit tried to pierce the knight's back with his dagger. The knight slashed the bandit who held the dagger across his chest. And as that bandit fell in a puddle of his own blood, the knight grabbed the axe-wielding bandit's neck. The axe-wielding bandit dropped his weapon, choking and struggling to break free. The knight smashed his face with the hilt of his sword, and the bandit just crumpled to the ground like a rag doll. Yet another bandit, the one who had the strange blue orb, he began to chant in some unknown language. Ooga booga ga booga. Okay, it doesn't have that in there, but it should. The knight turned just in time to notice a burst of blue magical energy flying straight for him. The knight quickly responded with his sword, and as the magical energy flew at him, the knight smashed it with the sword like a baseball player smashes a curveball. The collision of his sword and the magical energy created a sudden whirlwind, and within seconds, dust and dirt rose from the ground and flew all around them. We lost sight of the battle as the dust swirled around the immediate area, covering everything in sight. I pulled up the window as the truck complained about the dust and dirt. "You're a delivery truck," I said calmly. "You don't need to breathe, so calm down." We waited for several minutes for the dust to settle. When it was gone, we could see all 6 bandits sprawled across the ground, motionless. Suddenly, we heard something. Knock, knock, knock. Thank you.
I am the one who knocks.
What's that? I shouted. Nice. Looking left and right.
Ah! He's touching me! Help me, Birito-kun! Help me!
Yellow?
Someone said. I jumped in my seat. I turned and saw it was the knight. He was standing right there next to the driver's side window, and he was knocking gently on the glass.
I saw you ride up earlier, before I took down those bandits.
The knight said, smiling.
What a marvelous horseless carriage you have. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it here in the lawless lands. I could read.
My seat, my eyes locked on the half-naked knight. My name is Birito, and I don't want any trouble. I was just passing by is all.
Me neither. I don't want any trouble, Mr. Knight in underwear, sir.
Hold on a minute.
The knight said.
Did your carriage just speak?
This damned Moe truck that Eden seems to like can't just keep her mouth shut for 2 seconds. Yes, the truck speaks for some reason, I said and smiled apologetically. You probably won't believe this, sir, but I was just transported into this world with my truck. We are not from here. The knight thought about it, rubbing his chiseled chin.
Ah, of course. You've just been isekai'd, haven't you?
Wait, you know about Isekai? The knight smiled.
Well, of course I do. I too was isekai'd here a long time ago.
Really?
The truck screeched.
Why, yes, I was reincarnated into this world as a baby. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Lord D. Brigo, and I am the captain of the Chad Lad Pirates, the strongest pirate crew in the lawless lands.
Excuse me, I said, but what are the lawless lands?
The lawless lands make up a large swath of the territory that lies between 2 warring kingdoms. It's a no-man's lands of sort, full of criminals, smugglers, mercenaries, and of course, pirates. But my apologies, I didn't catch your names.
I nodded. My name is Birito Handakawa Suzuki Yoda, and this is my truck. She doesn't have a name.
Did she only gain sentience after you were isekai'd?
Yes, exactly, I said. But wait, did you say you're a pirate?
Yes, technically, but don't worry, I'm a good kind of pirate.
Nani? A what?
I just say oh, and then you
So say, oh!
I did. I think it cut out.
The man who introduced himself as Lord D. Brigo exclaimed. He sighed and placed his hand over his face.
I am so sorry. You must think that I am some sort of ruffian after disposing of those 6 bandits so harshly. My apologies, Boruto and Truck-chan. You deserve an explanation.
Truck-chan?
He said.
I like that. Tee-hee.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
Fuck you, bro. I'm a professional.
Here we go.
To make a long story short, a powerful enemy nation to the north has assembled a large army, and they are heading straight for us. I ordered my pirate crew to defend the northern borders for as long as they can, while I visit the kings of the 2 warring nations and beg them to put their differences aside in order to defeat the common threat. Have you heard of Animakistan?
I shook my head. I'm sorry, we just arrived today. We know nothing of this world.
Right.
Brigo said.
Well, Boruto, I would like to propose a mutually beneficial arrangement.
I said nothing for the moment. The man was still holding his giant sword, and I was too busy fearing for my life to think of a proper response.
Just hear me out. I need to get to the capital city of Animakistan as soon as possible, and I am sure that your horseless carriage...
Truck-chan?
He interrupted.
Yes, Truck-chan.
Then continued.
I am sure that I could get there much faster with the help of Truck-chan than I could on my own. In return, I'll teach you everything you need to know about this world, and I'll show you how to unlock your kink.
My what?
Your kink. This world has many different forms of magic, but the single
this is the power system, everyone. Pay attention.
Your kink. This world has many different forms of magic, but the single most powerful type of magic is the kink. But there's a catch. Only those who have been isekai'd from another world have the ability to manifest their immensely powerful kinks. Thankfully, you are one of the chosen ones.
I don't know what that means. Brigo smiled.
Don't worry, I will explain everything along the way. So, what do you guys say?
Continue.
Oh. I need a ride, and you need information about this world. Sounds like a good deal for both parties.
I have to think it over. This muscular giant seemed friendly enough, but he was also dangerous. He defeated a group of bandits on his own and we willingly admitted to being a pirate. At the same time, if I'm going to survive in this world, I desperately need information. One wrong move and I could be killed by bandits or savaged by rampaging monsters. All right, I said and nodded. We'll give you a ride in exchange for your guidance and protection.
Excellent.
Brigo exclaimed, sorry.
You have my word that from this day forward, I will protect you as if you were a member of my own crew. My nakama, I would say. Now allow me to fetch my armor, and we'll be on our way.
Brigo returned to the place where he defeated the bandits, picked up the various components of his armor, and began to attach them to his body. Piece by piece. It took some time for this process to run its course, and that was my second clue that this wasn't some fictional fantasy world. If this had been an anime, it would have, included cutscenes or something. When he finally finished dressing himself, Brigo walked back to the truck, the armor clinking and clacking with each one of his massive steps. Excuse me, Sir Brigo, I asked, as soon as he was close enough to hear me. If I may ask, why did you take off your armor during the battle? I thought you were going to give it to the bandits, but then you just killed them all anyway. Brigo laughed.
Well, that's a silly question. I couldn't possibly bring out my full potential of my power without stripping down into a tank top. I know that you're from another world, Boruto, but surely the incredible advantage that tank tops provide in battle is a universally recognized fact.
Yes, of course, I said, but I had no idea what he was talking about. So, why wear the armor at all? Doesn't it get in the way?
Now that question makes more sense. Briggs responded, I wear the armor merely to make myself stronger. The armor is heavy and it forces me to train my muscles even while sleeping.
Oh, I see.
Indeed. Well then,
Brigo
replied. Well then, shall we begin our journey to Animakistan?
Yes, I said, and opened the door to let Brigo in, but the door slammed back on its own.
Animak?
One sec.
No, absolutely not.
The truck cried out. Her voice was loud and high-pitched. What do you mean, I asked?
I will not allow another man to come inside me, Birito. That privilege belongs to you alone. I mean, what kind of girl do you think I am?
I sighed. Don't be ridiculous. You're a delivery truck. And there's an extra seat beside me that Sir Brigo can use. I tried to open the door again, but it wouldn't budge.
No, I refuse.
Oh, that's no problem at all.
Brigo said with a smile.
I can just climb on top of the carriage and sit on the roof. That way I'll have a better view of the roads and I'll be able to navigate.
I shook my head. SMH. I'm sorry that the truck is being so rude.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
The truck muttered under her breath.
But yes, Sir Brigo, your offer sounds fair to me.
Great.
A large man said, and proceeded to climb up to the roof of the cabin in a single stride. I heard the roof shift and bend as he sat on top of it. His legs dropped down from the roof and hung over the windshield. They were so thick, you spelled it with a CK, you should have spelled it with a CC, that they blocked half the windshield surface area, but I could still see straight ahead if I looked at the space between his legs. Everyone's looking at the space between Briggs' legs in this story. What the hell?
Let's go, everyone.
The truck shouted in the voice of an excitable schoolgirl, and then we were off, bouncing down the gravel road like a bunch of wide-eyed anime protagonists, beginning their first adventure together. I hate my life. And that's chapter 1.
That's
Chapter one, boys.
everyone.
Oh,
That was actually pretty good.
Thank you for sounding surprised.
my apologies for my inability to read.
All good, man. Your reading was pretty top tier.
Although editing is a beautiful thing. We'll cut out all the mistakes in the final copy. Or
No one will do that.
I'll do
I'm
it
not
for
doing
like
that.
the actual like podcast upload.
You will, because
Madland.
Dude,
Alright.
you guys don't see the stuff. Like I sometimes I even take out the awkward pauses and stuff.
I hear
Good
it's
for you, sir.
pretty impressive. That this is a sign that Apex boys,
Apex
duo!
boys.
but
Not a
first,
lot, just a little. I'm a tired
first,
old man
listen,
that just
nuts,
read for an
nuts.
hour.
Nux. First, tease the title of the next chapter.
The next chapter, chapter 2, the full naked princess.
Hype.
Oh my.
Also,
Hype.
we'll keep you guys updated in regards to the Rant Cafe light novel, what's going to be going on, and when we're going to be doing next read-throughs. We might even do like a voice acting thing, and we're going to commission some art, and we will be dropping a Patreon, but we'll talk about all that in a future episode of Rant Cafe.
Yeah, we're gonna try
And
to
again,
do it.
just wanted to say huge thanks to Animac for really putting the bulk of the work into this.
For real.
Thank you. No, yeah, I like to write, and I've written and published fiction before, so it's a pleasure. And I'm gonna try to get at least a chapter done a month, so that we can keep the adventure going, guys.
How long did that take to make?
Initially probably several hours, and then I did also edit based on the feedback of Nux and Briggs. But I mean, it doesn't take me too long. I'm pretty used to writing.
Mhm.
It's just a matter of actually sitting down and doing it when you have all the other stuff that you're doing. But I want to do at least a chapter a month.
And I feel like it took us a while to start because we planned out a lot of the story and a lot of like the characters and the abilities, and we wanted to make everything like make sense throughout and not just take it chapter by chapter.
Yeah, and in the future,
Animakistan.
in the very near future, we're gonna have Core, Dakota Broski, and of course, the leader of Animakistan, Animak, making appearances. Oh, and Evanito.
Yep.
Evanito's coming too.
The king.
Evanito from Belize.
Bro, that is
That's
where
the
he's
one.
from.
Awesome.
Nux, are you gonna go live on your Twitch?
Yes, I am.
Hell yeah.
We haven't done an outro yet, guys. Thank you for joining us for our Isekai discussion and our actual Isekai. We really appreciate it. We're back again for the One Piece Virgin podcast on Tuesday, and back again next week on Thursday for the new Rant Cafe episode. Thank you, Core and Eden, for joining us. Their links will be in the description on the YouTube channel. Thank you, Briggs and Nux, for your company as always. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.
Bang.